Deja vu, it's me, CeCe again. Except this time I've been framed for crimes. If only I had the help of some kind of retro gaming expert who was also great at destroying evidence.
Hello, it's me. I'm lizstar, I'm a horrible goblin, and I will eat the evidence.
We're saved! Yay!
Yay!
All right. Okay, so before I begin, there is a little hitch. So, Deja Vu has, at the beginning, 3 to 4 minutes of continuous RNG manipulation, which I'm going to be motor-mouthing my way through to try to do every individual button press correctly. But to keep it interesting for you, the home viewer, I want you to use your astute speed-running eye to try to figure out the exact moment at which the RNG manipulation is going to come to fruition. And when you believe that that moment is occurring, I want you to, in the chat, not now, when you think the RNG is coming up, when you think the RNG is happening, I want you to post grapes. You got me? Delicious purple round fruit grapes, okay? Love it. All right. So, we're going to get started in a 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, so first thing I have to do is match through a bunch of text. We're a detective, we have amnesia, we're waking up in a bathroom, it's kind of a bad time. Okay, so carefully, I'm going to open up this code directly in front of us. I'm going to open up the wallet, and I am going to take the key and the card. It's very important that we take the key first. We'll get to why later. The next thing we do is we menu left into the world of things and take the coins. The coins are extremely important. After that, we are going to take the coat, not so much because the coat is important, but because that 38 is important. We're going to be using it less as a gun and more as a skeleton key, but that, again, we'll cover later. We go out into the bathroom, and we have to take a gander at this mirror and have a minor crisis. The game will not let you exit until you do this. Okay, out here, boom. Hallway, hallway's gross, boom. Bar. We open this door in advance, still manipulating the RNG. Go upstairs. We go to this hall full of boxing posters, and we go, because we're a former boxer. We're actually that boxer there. Okay, now we're going to go through this hallway and into the secretary's office. Well, this is where we get introduced to an interesting mechanic of the game where we have something that's not exactly an inventory, but is mission critical. We're going to open the desk, and we're going to open this envelope inside the desk, and we are going to take a look at this bill. This bill is for a bunch of medication, and it is made out to an address on Sherman. Now, that address is going to be added to our address inventory. So we don't actually need to take the thing with the address on it. We just need to look at the thing that has it. And we will memorize it with our eidetic detective memory. All right, so now we are going to use from our inventory. I'm being extremely deliberate. The key 1. Whoop. And you can use it on the mini-map, which is very cool. You can use it on that door there. And now, did you let your guard down for just 1 second and think you could move using the mini-map? No, you'll totally ruin the run. Shame on you. We are going to clear off the use command and go through there. All right, awesome. So here's this guy. He's having a day. Some people think we may have had something to do with this. We did not. We will not take these baseless accusations. We will, however, take some stuff off this guy, for reasons. So we're going to open up his suit pocket. We're going to take this key too. We are going to menu left into the universe of things and take the key 3. Okay, and then we are going to do what the hallmark of any innocent person is. We are going to jump out the window. Awesome. This is my favorite flavor text in the game, by the way. You're on a fire escape. When there's a fire, you use it to escape. Wise words. Okay.
Games are educational.
Now, we're learning so much. Jump in the window. This is the room my Nintendo Power called the Weird Room, because it is. We're going to take this here medicine too. and we are going to do something I strongly advise against doing in real life. We're going to open the wastebasket, and we're going to take capsules out of it. Capsules.
What the hell?
Okay. All right, now we are going to use the call button for the elevator. Clear the use command. Go into the elevator. All right, we are still manipulating the RNG. Use command. Bottom button. All right, cool. The elevator's moving. Awesome. Great. Awesome. We're in a sewer. We love that we're in a sewer. We clear the use command. We move forward. All right. All right. Up the ladder. Okay. Okay, cool. We're going to open this door to this room. Okay. We're going to walk in here. We're in a casino. Huh? Huh? So I'm going to use this coin. What would I like to use it on? I would like to use this coin on the slot machine. Lend me your power, chat. Grapes! Oh my god! We're the greatest speedrunner in human history ever. Okay, cool. So we've got the grapes. Now, the reason the grapes are so important is because that is how we are going to have our money for taking a ton of cab rides for the rest of the run. And now I can excel. Hey, Liz, how are you?
Hi, I'm doing good. I didn't want to interrupt too much.
Thank you. I greatly appreciate that. But now we can have more of a normal run. So I'm just going to be backing out into the street and escaping the bar that we're locked inside. If we have a donation, now is a good time.
Not a problem. I've got a few donos coming in for that Feed the Animal incentive. I've got a $10 dono from Leif that says, feed it. That's very ominous, and I'm kind of scared of, I'm getting a little scared of this animal. Should I be scared, CeCe?
We should be scared, although probably of this guy who is aiming a gun at us. However, no worries, we're an ex-boxer.
Socko.
Socko.
What?
Don't worry, I'm sure he has the good sense to never bother us again. Go on.
I just got a lovely little bump up from Fast B, a $100 dono that says, let's feed that animal? Question mark?
Oh my god.
Thank you so much for that, Fast B. We are now 34% of the way towards that incentive. Come on, y'all, we can get that going. We need to feed that animal? Question mark.
Okay, so we've hopped into this car. We've looked at the registration to get another address. This is the first instance of finding some interesting evidence out in the wild. So this is a map, and it says, "Hey Ace, go to the circled location to do crimes." And there's a lady in the trunk of this car, you know, that you did all these crimes for. We don't like that. We don't like that thing being out in the universe, out of our control. So we're gonna go ahead and grab that. Also, pro tip, if you've seen mobster movies, you might know why you don't want to try to drive this car instead of using a cab.
I'm sorry to interrupt your cab ride. I just got a $430 dono from Anonymous. That was a big jump. We just met our Feed the Animal incentive.
Yay.
Holy heck, thank you so much, Anonymous.
Okay. You.
Thank you.
We get to feed that animal.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god, this guy.
Oh yeah. So this guy actually has incredibly useful life-saving information, but because we've played this video game before, we know it, so we're not too worried about tossing a coin to him. Bless his little heart. Okay, so here is a very interesting part. Well, we're gonna do a glitchy glitch. Okay. So, first of as we are in luxurious Pete's All-Night Gun Palace, we are going to take one bullet. We're going to take one bullet. Okay. Then we are going to menu over to the aforementioned addresses, okay? Now, then we're going to use the leave command. Now, the leave command is typically something reserved for when you, have an item that you don't want, or you want to, put it back into the environment, or for some stuff we're going to do later. But what if we selected like a little pixely area above this bullet and it says, where can I leave it? Generally, you would select an item to leave somewhere, but what if we just left behind like our platonic idea of what an address is? And now our addresses are wastebasket and wastebasket, which is definitely a good thing.
I do like trash. I'm on board.
Known for an enduring love of trash. That is true. Okay, so now we're working our way down the... So Blue Cabbie is going to be our homie. He is going to be our extremely literal ride or die for the duration of our adventure. He's going to take us everywhere we need to go. And so now we have our choices of going to Peoria or Wastebasket. So we, of course, are going to go to Wastebasket, a thing that's extremely logical and makes sense. Counterintuitively, Wastebasket is actually a very fancy apartment building. What is going to happen in the very fancy apartment building is we are going to go up to a very fancy apartment. There is going to be a picture with the address on the back of it. We are going to get it, and then we are going to leave. So we're going to have some time here if y'all got anything to announce or otherwise say.
I have a couple donos, but first I do want to bring everybody's attention to the Big Viridian bonus run on our next run of VVVVVVB. I have a hard time with that name every time. It is a fantastic run. We are $150 out of the $1,000 we need there, so we can push that one. We can get a nice Big Viridian run. It's a fast one, y'all. We can do it. I also
CeCe
have...
knows all about... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, you first, Liz.
CeCe knows all about BBVVVV back there with the prize. Yeah, all about... All right, please continue.
I personally pronounce it but I have a $30 dono from the Valiant Son that says, I agree. The pronunciation of VVVVVV is definitely 30. I think that also works.
That makes sense.
Checks out. Okie dokie. Making our way back to the cab. We have secured the crucial address. And now we go for a ride. And we're going to go to a funky little shack in Kenzie. Yay! And as I'm sure you have noticed by now, we always toss a coin to our cabbie. You have to very specifically get down in that slot, otherwise it just doesn't understand what you're doing. Adventure games, am I right?
This is one of the more weird ones. I mean, I have not played this, but I have played Shadowgate. And a lot of this is very, yeah.
It is extremely, the same company, very Shadowgate coded.
Get the power, Nintendo power, is what this game is trying to tell you.
Yes, as we will discuss further down the road, if you tried to navigate this game, especially as any kind of youth, and did not have a guide, or even if you try to play it today, it is extremely obtuse. It is not unlike trying to navigate yourself out of some sort of complicated legal situation, because you are indeed in one in this game.
The thing this game, and Disco Elysium, in fact, teach me is that if I'm an amnesiac detective, I'm probably going to die.
No, Liz, you're not wrong. Okay, we've sacked a few things from that room. We've got a diary, which is going to be the good kind of evidence, the evidence that shows we are innocent. We've also got a safe key we're going to use later. And so now is the time to go on down to Sherman. Yeah, Sherman contains two important locations. There's going to be the doctor's office on the first floor and an agent office on the second floor. Boop. Toss a toy into your cabbie, and we're golden.
I love he just waits out there every time. He really is ride or die.
So, yeah, you may have also noticed he very politely waited in the cab while we shot the lock off of a door right next to him.
I did not notice that. Hey, it's the 20s. Things are different back then.
Actually, Liz, fun fact, this game takes place on a specific day.
Ooh.
It takes place on December 8th, 1941. And do you know how we know that?
How do we know that?
There is a newspaper stand, and if you purchase a newspaper from the newspaper stand, it says Japanese bomb Pearl Harbor.
Oh my god.
Yeah, wild, right?
Jeez Louise.
Okay, so we've gotten the most important... Played this when I was 8.
Yeah, you know, all the kids know about bisodium.
Bisodium. So we take the bisodium, which is, of course, the cure for retrograde amnesia. Yay! And we remember a school teacher. Cool. All right. And so we need to do that a couple more times. We get what is probably the best memory. Sorry. Is it a best boy? There's the best boy. There's our childhood dog, Taco. He sent us to the hospital for stitches.
That's such a good name for a dog, too.
It is. What do you want to bet some dog's name was Taco? Cool. Oh yeah, something also interesting in these games, much like Shadowgate and probably Uninvited, there's a self down here, which is how we're using things on ourselves. So you can actually use that to chew bubblegum and put on clothes and stuff, which is fun. Oh, and we've remembered Susie Q, the girl next door who gave us our first kiss. And because we're such a great detective, we deduce from Susie Q giving us our first kiss that we're Ace Harding Private Eye. It was so obvious all along. Okay, great. Finally, this guy, am I right? Okay, so there's a locked filing cabinet here. We don't like those. So, gun time. And Liz, do you know what we need to take from this filing cabinet?
All 5 files, even though there are 4.
The correct answer is absolutely nothing.
Oh. That was my next guess.
Apparently, we just opened that so cops will come look at it later. Do we have a donation?
I do. I have a couple really, really sweet donations. I have a $25 donations from Pendle Stevenson that says, we all gotta eat less than 3. And I'm pretty sure that went to our Feed the Animal dono, which is fantastic. But I want to remind y'all that we are working hard on that big Viridian bonus run. It's going to be good. It's a really, really silly run. It's really glitchy, y'all. Y'all gotta see this. Come on, we are getting there. We can do it, chat.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay, cool. Yeah, so, we may have wasted a bullet there because it turns out we actually have the key for this room, but that's fine. It's everything we needed in here. We have our filing cabinet. We have our spare pair of legs. We're golden. Okay. Now we examine the file 5. This is another one of those, hey, Ace, do a crime papers that they have hidden out in the world. You have to read every one of them before you take them, so you will know what they are in the existential sense. It's one of those little details that if you were using a guide, you might have still gotten wrong and then not been able to win the game, much to your frustration. Okay, so this is when we're going to run back to the building. What?
Ask you how you know.
Much childhood anger. Oh, this is the fun part. Remember doing glitchy hijinks in the gun shop? Of course you do. So now you may see that we have Sherman, West End, Peoria, and Kedzie. Those are all of our hard-earned addresses for worldly knowledge. But what if, we went to blank address address that's just at the bottom for no apparent reason. Yeah, it's pretty epic.
He just drives off into space.
Okay, so what that address actually is that's an address you ordinarily get from the lady who is in the trunk of that BMW at the beginning. Don't ask. But instead, we get to use bullet space to find out the location of this very fancy home. So this is obviously a well-to-do place, and we're going to look at this letter, and it's a ransom note perpetrated by the real perpetrators. So we're going to want people to actually see that, which means we still also take it. We do need to duck inside this residence. So we go to this front door with a gigantic knocker. We're a boxer, so we're pretty good at knocking the knocker. It doesn't work the first time, so we have to knock a second time.
Paco!
Door's open. Okay, great. All right, so all we need to do here is we need to duck inside. There is a lady quietly sleeping there. We are not going to disturb her. We're just going to open up this here nightstand, and we are going to take that memo. Now, interestingly enough, the memo is one of the few things in the game that we don't need to read before we do anything with it evidence-wise. The memo doesn't technically have anything on it, unless you do that thing where you have a pencil or a pen and rub it all over to see what was written previously, in which case it's, yeah, so here's how we're going to frame Ace Harding, signed the real criminals, which is pretty incriminating. So again, we want that. Now we are going to be doing some backtracking, so now's a good time for additional donation.
Not a problem. I have a $10 dono from Chaz ML that says, I was going to donate to feed the animal, but the incentive got met. So now I guess I'm donating for the VVVVV bonus run. And everyone, please get those donos in. Again, we do not have a lot of time, but I think we can do it. We have $840 left in earning that bonus run, but we can do that, chat. We got we're getting an animal fed. We can get that bonus run. And don't forget, don't forget that any of your donos that you put in towards these bonus runs also help us get to that $1 million milestone raised for all for charities across the Fatales events. It is a 2-for-1 deal. You cannot get a better deal in donos than that. You're getting a big bang for your buck on that, everyone. It's a good time.
Okay. We use the note 3 on the safe. Boop. Open up the safe. Open up this folder. And this is fairly straightforward. We look at the note, and it's an IOU for us to that guy sitting right there for $1,000, which is $1 billion in 1941 money. So again, that's not a good look for us. Take that. And now, to the fire escape.
Yay!
Yay!
You use it to escape.
We use it to escape. And what a situation we have, Escape Liz. Now, this is where I'm going to go ahead and do a little safety save. Just a little safety save-erino. Cool. And because all of you great people out there wanted to feed a happy animal, we're gonna go down back to the sewers.
The correct place to feed animals.
The sewer is the correct place to feed animals. I mean, really, if you've been in any major metropolitan area and taken a close look at the sewers, you may even see some hungry animals just trying to get by. Just sad little guys.
Yeah, all those alligators.
So in the dangerous world of 1941 Chicago, is there perhaps an alligator in the sewer? Is there perhaps an alligator that appears based on RNG much quicker in your rehearsals? It's like, let's move out. So there. It's interesting. See, like, here's part of the sewer that we're going to return to later. Okay, that's a little wonky. So, I know that there are some safeties involved in the game. Like, we have a gun, and if you don't have a gun to defend yourself, then I could see where there might be an issue. Unless we're out of bullets.
Are we out of bullets? You did use one additional bullet that you didn't mean to use.
Well, I might have had to take care of a little problem in that room. Although something fun you can do, actually, is open the gun. Row, we have no bullet. That could be why. Now, granted, okay, I can do feed the animal on a safety save. So, what I'm going to go ahead and float is we'll beat the game, and then I'm going to go back to safety save and see about doing that. That sound good? Can we do that?
Yeah, that works.
Right.
Not a problem. Mind if I slip in a dono?
See, actually, we are going to go ahead.
I have a $25 dono from the Fire Escape that says, "Use me to escape a fire."
Well,
Thank you, Fire Escape.
I love getting donos from Fire Escape. That's very important. I'm very educated. I really appreciate it.
I would trust them with my life.
Really would. So, Liz, we've come to my favorite part of the run, everybody's favorite part of the run, and my favorite part of the sewers. It's the deepest part of the sewers. So, for those of you, for all of us appreciating the scenario we're in, we have all of the evidence, including a note that just says, "This is how we're going to frame Ace Harding." That explains what actually happened and how we are not guilty. Now, what do you think would happen if we went to the police right now?
They would decide to arrest you because that's... Yeah.
Correct. They would throw you in jail and you would lose the video game, and then you would be very, very frustrated as a child. So what we do here is we visit the deepest part of the sewers. So this gun we've been using, the murder weapon with our fingerprints on it, there it goes, deepest part of the sewers. Oh well, what you gonna do? Okay, now we're just going to review a little bit here. Okay, the map with the detailed instructions on where to commit crimes. Deepest part of the sewer. Okay, that letter that says we owe the dead guy a bunch of money. Deepest part of the sewers? What do I think I'm doing? Oh, that's the letter. I was thinking of the note. Note. The letter's good. Letter 1 good. Note 1... note 1 bad. Okie dokie. There we go.
As a child playing this video game, I now know to destroy all incriminating evidence. Thank you, video game.
What can't video games teach us? Okay, so we look good. We've got all of our stuff, all of our affairs in order. Letter, note, diary, key 5. Good old key 5 coming in clutch. All right, let's see what we can do. Out to the street. Now, granted, there's a lot of RNG that is still in effect. So, our attempt to just go to the police, hey, look at that. We did it. Ace clears name! We did nothing morally dubious, and we're great!
Yay!
Yay! Okay, so, and this is a great part. Chat, you are all certified private investigators now, because video games do that. Cool. And time is going to be when the end appears.
GG's.
And I'm going to smash on reset real fast and load one of my safety saves so we can get down into that sewer and feed that hungry animal. What has just gone so... Oh.